When a market makes a new high, it is telling you something very important. Here's a quote from Larry Hite, one of the legendary traders featured in Jack Swagger's Market Wizards book. I know you know it. If you don't, you gotta read it. He's generated 30% annual returns for 13 years straight before retiring in '93. And he says something very important. No matter how many people tell you that the market shouldn't be that high, or why nothing has changed, or why you just simply don't understand it, the mere fact that the price is at a new high tells you that something has changed and something important is happening. And as traders, this is very, very key. This is a key quote to remember because we are constantly being told the opposite. We hear things like the market is overbought, it's overextended, this move has gone too far, a pullback has to happen, it's near a top. But the reality is, if price is making a new high, something has changed. And whether we fully understand it at that moment or not, that doesn't matter at all. The market already knows. In many ways, this is how I trade. I consider myself a momentum trend trader, but you could also say that I chase price. My SIP strategy is based on continuation. I actually love buying session highs and selling session lows because when a currency pair is ending the day at an extreme level, it is telling me that it's going to be starting a session, whether it's Asia, London, or New York, with weakness or with strength. And when other traders begin to recognize that and they step in during the new session, that participation is what pushes the move even further and makes my trades work. So instead of fading the move, I am looking for opportunities to join it. Hello everyone, I'm Lien with BKTraders Prop Trader Edge. Please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss great trading tips like this. It really helps the channel if you like and subscribe the videos. So why does chasing price actually work? Well, first let's understand. The move often happens before the explanation. Institutional traders, they have better access to information, they have faster interpretation, and a deeper understanding of the positioning in the market. By the time people like us, the small fish, the retail traders get the information, it is already being reflected in price. Retail traders are simply reacting to the headlines, the analysis, and the explanations, they'll come later. But the initial move is often driven by those who are already positioned, or those who understand the implications faster, or simply those who have access to faster news flow. So when you see price breaking out, it is oftentimes not random. It is the market adjusting to information that is still being digested by the big players. And that means the move can continue because most of the participants have not acted yet. Second, breakouts create forced participation. This is something many traders underestimate. When price breaks above resistance or breaks below support, a chain reaction actually begins to happen. You have stops that are triggered. Trend following systems kick in and they enter the markets. CTAs, they increase their exposure. Dealers, they could end up hedging. And suddenly, the move is no longer discretionary. It becomes mechanical. That is why breakouts often accelerate very fast when they happen. You're not the only one that's chasing the price. You're actually stepping into a flow of execution. Third, there's a behavioral component when we have those moves. Once a move becomes visible, it attracts attention. People set alerts, they see their alerts, they look at their screens. Traders who are not involved, they begin to notice the breakouts. They see the chart, they see the momentum, and they want in on the action. And that creates additional demand. Even if the reasoning is completely emotional, even if it's simply FOMO, the fear of missing out, it still pushes price. And that is something you cannot ignore. Now, with all that said, though, chasing price doesn't work 100% of the time, probably not even 60% of the time. And this is where discipline becomes critical. The more obvious a move becomes, the worse your entry tends to be. Your stops get wider, your risk increases, and if the catalyst is already priced in, you're vulnerable to reversals. So the edge is not in chasing everything. The edge is being selective. And that's why I'm going to show you my zip chart and show you how selective I am when I pick my trades. So this is an example of a zip up setup where I have the white candle. The white candle happens when the background turns red, which is an indication of longer term trends, and the currency pair, in this case the euro dollar, drops below the indicator line. And this happens right at the Asia Open at 8 8:30 or so p.m. New York time. This is the 9 o'clock candle, so it starts happening then. You'll also notice I am riding the momentum. The trend is my friend, because on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, and 1-hour chart, we have Eurodollar below the 5, 20, 50, and 100 and 200 simple moving averages. This is my BK Trend SMA meter. It kind of gives me multiple time frames on my charts so that I don't have to flip between charts and see whether or not I have what I call moving average clearance. I can see from here that on the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1-hour, that I've got clearance. There's no moving averages that are below me. They're all above. Now, in the 4-hour, I do have some moving averages that are above the 20, 100, and 200. And that tells me that I should flip to my 4-hour chart to make sure that I'm not selling into support. But I put on this trade right here. And then, the trade starts to sell off during the Asia session. And you can see this is the beginning of a very, very nice downtrend here. And this is basically almost a 40-point drop in the Eurodollar, which is enough for me to hit my first target, maybe even trail some of my second target. But this is the kind of setup that I want to see. This is the quintessential zip trade setup, where we have the zip sell signal and boom, we have continuation. Here, it looks like we have zip buy signal, but the currency pair doesn't fully close above the indicator line. This is the trade setup that we're looking at. The bottom line is you want to focus on the right type of setups, the right type of moves. Moves with a clear catalyst, moves breaking out at well-defined levels, moves happening at the right time of the day with limited resistance overhead and a strong momentum in the tape. So how do you apply this? First, stop trying to fade strength. If a market is making new highs, respect it. The trend is your friend. Remember that. Find a way to participate in that move. Do not fight it because it feels uncomfortable. Do not fight it because it feels like it's the right thing to do, because it probably isn't. Second, once again, timing matters. This is very, very important. You do not want to chase blindly. You want momentum and structure. This is exactly how I approach my trades. I only trade zip at session opens when momentum is the strongest. For indices, timing is also very important. I wait for the breakout in NASDAQ or the S&P and a brief retracement before I enter, because I still want momentum on my side. So I'm aligning with momentum but not paying the worst possible price. I love to enter on the bid. Third, understand your psychology. Buying breakouts feels very uncomfortable. It goes against how we're wired. We want to buy low, we want to sell high, we want to get a good deal. But the markets do not always reward that behavior. Sometimes the best trades is buying high and selling even higher. Actually, I would say hands down the best trade is buying high and selling higher. And we see this again in currencies and indices. A piece of data is released, the market initially reacts one way and then reverses, takes out the highs or lows, and continues moving. At that moment, it may not make sense to you at all, but hours later, that's when the real story becomes clear. Maybe not hours later, minutes later, the real story starts to become clear. And hours later, you know exactly why. And by that time, the most of the move is probably done. So what does that tell you? Price often leads understanding, and your job as a trader is not to predict everything perfectly. It's to interpret what the market is telling you. Because one of your greatest ironies in trading is this, that the trades that feel the most uncomfortable are the ones that probably have the highest probability. So the next time you see that breakout, do not immediately think that it's too late. Once you see that new high, do not immediately think that the move has ended. Ask yourself, what is the market telling me? Because if price is moving and there's a reason for that to happen, and if you learn to align yourself with that, and you stop fighting the tape and stop looking to pick those little tops and bottoms and looking instead for the opportunities to join the move, you'll have a lot easier time trading. And if you want to take advantage of these kind of moves, learn about the zip strategy, check out the description in the video. I've got links for everything there. I also have a list of my favorite brokers and prop firms along with the best discounts and some information on market timing. I'll see you in the next video.